and the butterflies, before you get on, you're waiting in line.
Certified free, 7 days a week.
Uh-oh, I forgot to put the chat up. What up, shoppers? Joe Semino here with
Mary Lou.
And we've got Merce Sausage in the house, showing up
Oh.
just a tad early, along with Big Bacchus. Hello, 2/3 of our entire viewership.
Oh, God.
Listen, I think it gets better, like a fine wine. It gets better with age, but you must have a refined palate to enjoy it.
Oh my God.
What do you think about that, Mary Lou? Our viewership literally just doubled in a matter of seconds.
Was it just seconds?
Just seconds.
Literally seconds?
So welcome to Shop Talk episode 25. I think it's 2533. I had somebody asking one time, they were looking at our well, don't go by that necessarily, Mary Lou. That could be wrong. I'm the one that actually put it up. So
Okay.
It doesn't happen automatically. Like,
I will let that go then.
yeah, I'll double check that. So well, welcome back, Big Bacchus. You were missed. Hopefully you were missing for good reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, we're already.
Excuse me. So that just reminded me, and I'm sure Merce is gonna, if he caught that, is gonna chime in. But virtually every single morning, I have a conversation with my best friend Mike, and I don't know, like, I think 80% of the time, I don't know if it's because it's the first thing in the morning or what, but I end up yawning, and he always makes fun of me because I start yawning on the phone. Sometimes I'm literally yawning as he's saying hello.
You're like, oh, God, I didn't wake up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Someone's knocking at my door.
Is that someone, like, is that someone we know knocking at the door, or
It's us. It's our new head of security.
oh yeah. So those of you who happened to catch last week's 90-second episode, not 90-minute, 90-second. Mary Lou and I took the night off. Just needed a quick mental break. I apologize to anyone who's had their Monday night ruined because we were not on the live stream. I know how some of you live and die by the live stream. So thank you for your undying support. But yeah, so we took the night off to spend time with Buster, the newest edition, who you cannot see right now on the live stream.
He's like, what's going on?
He looks sleepy.
He does. And I think that's what he's like asking for. It's like, are we going to bed yet?
Anyway, folks, that is Buster.
Yeah.
And Buster is quite the character already. So
yeah. He's like, this is my bed, and I'm going to it right now.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't take a dump in it right now. Oh, goodness gracious.
It's okay.
We're gonna have the sweet sounds of kitten meows for the rest of the live stream, I suspect.
Maybe not.
Either that, or he's gonna somehow deactivate Mary Lou's computer
as he's typing away right now.
Right, exactly.
I gotta send out an email.
Big Bacchus says that the new head of security is so cute.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see how this works out, folks. Don't get me wrong, I love him. He's adorable. He's cute, but it's a kitten.
It's a baby. Yeah.
Well, Big Bacchus, let's just say this was an outside hire.
Yeah, like literally.
Yes. If what's up, Bubbles? Welcome back. And Jason. Hey, and just like that, our viewership has tripled.
Yes.
Thank you, folks. We appreciate you guys chiming in. This is Buster for those of you who are just logging in to see Mary Lou holding her pussy out. Mary Lou showing you her friend. What is up, Rockin' Ronnie?
Ronnie's like, I'm here.
Welcome to the live stream.
Yes. This is how most of my days have been since last Friday.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
If anybody's curious, we'll tell the story very, very quickly. 2 weeks ago, let's see,
It's
2
not
weeks
even
ago
2 weeks.
this coming Thursday.
Last Thursday, Friday.
Yeah. What's up, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
That little guy literally showed up on the patio to the club out of nowhere. It was kind of a dreary, rainy day. I was sitting working on the patio, and I start hearing these little. Ronnie says. Ronnie says, "How you now both have pussies." Yes, we are his mother now. So yes. Anyway, long story short, according to Mary Lou, the cat distribution system has once again reared its ugly head.
It's ugly. I love it.
What's up, Chantel? Elizabeth, and did I miss anybody? Okay, no, we got everybody so far. Listen, I think we've just named every single person who's watching.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, though.
Raise the roof.
Yes.
Anyway, I kind of wanted to jump in. I didn't tell Mary Lou this, but I decided I don't want to talk about this past weekend's events.
Buster's like, whoa.
I want to hear about this shit. There was some crazy shit was happening.
Yes, Elizabeth, he is a ragdoll. A silver point, I guess, is what they're called. Silver point ragdoll. But anyway, yes, G, we're not going to talk about this weekend.
No, you know what? I think I want to focus our live streams on now, like the present, which in this case is, Buster sitting on the desk next to you. Talk about things that are going on now and talk about the future because the past is immaterial. And if I'm being a little sassy about it, if you weren't at the event last week, that's your fault. You don't get to know that.
Okay.
Yeah, Bubbles, listen, if it were up to Buddy, 100% unequivocally, she would say, fuck no. And she is really objecting to the addition. But every day there's very small micro improvements to their interactions with each other. So anyway, we'll see how this turns out.
And Jason, he says he met this girl at the bar that I live next to and asked her if I could give her a kiss. And she said yes, but I made a mistake and kissed her on the cheek and not the lips. No mistake made there, Jason.
Not at
all.
all.
Steps. That just gave her the notion that you are a gentleman and are respectful and consenting. So, yes, not a bad move. It's just a matter of how the universe plays things out. And that's what it was meant to be.
And I actually agree 1,000% with Mary Lou on that. There are no mistakes. That's exactly as it was supposed to unfold. And I think you have a wonderful opportunity to use that as a way to spark another conversation and potentially even another kiss and another crack at kissing her on the lips. And you can just say, hey, you know what? I wanted to be respectful of you for our first kiss. And that's why I kissed you on the cheek. But I regret not having kissed you on the lips. So if you'd entertain that, I would really love to kiss you on the lips also. What do you think, Mary Lou? Would that work on you?
I think it would.
Yeah. All right, Jason, try it on Mary Lou. um, actually, I want to take this opportunity to talk about communication. I didn't necessarily. I wasn't going to talk about this, but
Mhm.
I want to reiterate to people how important communication is in all relationships, but specifically in relationships um, where they're non-traditional and they require additional layers of communication. Actually, I think all relationships require a lot
Right.
of communication, but I think it's even more important in these types of situations. And some things I wanted to highlight with that, and really kind of maybe pick your guys' brains on this, because I've just really not been able to figure this out. Um,
Excuse me.
it happens semi regularly, and this is kind of putting a little bit of our business out there, but it's just something that I see as a pervasive issue that I'm wanting to solve,
Okay.
and that is um, when things are happening in the moment. Two things: when things are happening in the moment that don't quite jive with you or you don't want, um, the or letting somebody know when
Hmm.
you're at a shop event, letting a staff member know. The club is very open and receptive and encouraging to reporting things that happen,
Hmm.
even if they seem insignificant, um, because we can't see and know everything everywhere all at one
No.
time. And so
No.
I just don't understand people who don't say something, but then hours, days, weeks, months later send an email and say, "Hey, I was here last night and I saw this thing, and we really weren't sure." What is the reason for that? Have you seen something before and just didn't feel comfortable saying? And if that's the case, what were the reasons why?
Hmm.
I'm really just curious about this, um, because it's just something that is so important. And this is a community. It takes a community of people to have such a wonderful place, and a wonderful place for people to be. And I just want to consider, you know, how to make it better. Do you have any thoughts on that, Mary Lou?
Um, I guess I'm kind of like you. I'm a little sometimes befuddled um, as towards why people don't speak up in the moment um, when they see something or hear something that um, might be a little off or causes them pause in itself. And I think for some people they're like, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm a tattletale, or I don't want to none of my business, blah blah blah, kind of thing.
Mhm.
But I think if it causes you pause, you know, it's something to be brought up.
Yeah.
And it could be something as simple as like, hey, you might want to keep an eye out on, this scene. Or I heard in it, I don't know if I heard it right, but maybe you can check up on the person.
Hmm.
Um, you know, it's just a comment that's being made to staff, and that's what the staff is there for. That's what the green shirts are there for. That it's somebody that you can go to and talk to, and make your concerns known
Hmm.
without judgment. Oh,
Right.
um,
It's so so we did have something happen over the weekend, and I want to be clear about something. The Whatever the thing was nothing terribly serious. It was
mhm,
just something that was happening between a couple that just didn't seem okay. Um, Give a little cause for concern. So the interesting thing about this particular situation is that it was reported to the club the next day,
mhm,
and when we received the message, it was just Mary Lou and I, and we were, of course, a little frustrated. Like, okay, what are we supposed to do about this? Who was the couple? So on and so forth. Well, every Monday we have a meeting, and come to find out, we were aware of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we were in the midst of handling the situation, unbeknownst to the couple that actually said something.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the reason I say that is it highlights, number one, the fact that, somebody's like, come on, move on. That it worked. I mean, our staff were aware of the issue. They addressed it. And I do appreciate the fact that the couple did reach out. It led us to having a conversation and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it also really highlighted the fact that had we not already been aware of that situation, that's likely a scenario that would have gone unhandled, untouched,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and potentially maybe down the line become another issue or a bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so all that to say this, we take the community very seriously, and we expect that when you're in the space that you treat not just the staff, the other members, but also your own partner with dignity and respect. In this case, it was a partner, probably inadvertently or unknowingly, or maybe intentionally, pressuring their partner to try and do something that they had already indicated they didn't want to do. And that's a terrible thing to do to a partner,
Mm-hmm.
or to do to anybody. Somebody you just met, somebody you barely know. Um, it's a big reason why we have the Ask Once policy at the club. No one should ever feel pressured or coerced or badgered into doing something that they don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's somebody you've been with for 3 days, 3 months, or 30 years. Nobody deserves to be pressured into doing something they don't want to do.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
anyway.
Mm-hmm. I think Big Bacchus says, I think perhaps for some it may be a bit of fear. Like, what will happen to me, or will I get more involved than I desire to be if I speak up? So I still try to speak up in the moment, as you mentioned. And that's, it's kind of, it's unfortunate because you see this in society every day where something really serious is happening to somebody. And I'm not talking about like within the club space, but in general, where people are more apt to become voyeurs and not say anything because either they don't want to get involved, but they want to see they want to see the trauma and the drama,
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad because as a society we should all be looking out for each other. Period. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think, and especially within our community,
for
even.
sure in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree in the macro. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to, you know, um, treat everyone with dignity and respect.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should be like the baseline, not even like. Uh, I find it hard to believe that's something that shouldn't just be automatic.
Right.
Um, but anyway, yes,
Getting off your soapbox.
yes, thank you. Let me get off the soapbox here. What I really wanted to talk about tonight, and I really wanted to focus on,
Mm-hmm.
is that well, first of all, October is literally just a couple of days away, which means Halloween is very close by, and we're almost sold out for that. There's like 7% of tickets left. But because of that, our first Saturday of the month is a deviancy event, which are our kink friendly events.
Mm-hmm.
And because it is in October and Halloween is in October, I chose masked mischief. So I wanted to talk tonight specifically about the different kinds of masks that you could potentially see at the event this Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of show off a few of the ones that Mary Lou and I have, and hopefully give you some ideas of what to wear. And then at the end of it, I'll show you actually my favorite mask. I don't know if Mary Lou has hers with her, but so Mary Lou, when we were first talking about this, you um, had a different idea in your head about masks for this Saturday's event.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a little show and tell?
Well, a lot of times people, um, when they talk to us about masks, they're thinking more of like masquerade style masks,
Mm-hmm.
or so when you said masks, I was like, ooh, I remember this one. You know, small,
Well,
dainty, sexually sensual,
yeah.
provocative baseline mask. Yes, and it would be one for like masquerade parties or things of that nature. Um, so I was going a little bit more, maybe not so much,
Traditional.
traditional,
Traditional.
but maybe not vanilla, you know, per se. So that's what kind of came to mind with me.
Well, part of the reason we're doing this masked mischief is because the number one deviancy so far this year has been the masks and masquerade event
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the year in February. So
Right.
we're sort of bringing this back and tying in a little bit more of the naughtiness with the mask part. So
Right.
yeah, that mask does fit in perfectly, and you don't necessarily have to, number one, wear a mask to
Right.
the event this weekend, but number two, wear some sort of kinky mask, which I'm about to show off some of the ones I have here. Also, you
I,
have another one also,
I
right?
have I have another one, like, okay, a little bit more, some more mainstream type masks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The sound effects do not come with the mask.
Yeah. But this is one that we see sometimes within the club. And it kind of, oddly enough, kind of goes with Big Bacchus's statement of we all wear our own metaphorical masks, when we walk in this place. So it's like, woo. Um, but
I thought Bubble says. I thought she said baklava at first. The only mask I currently own is a baklava that says "Yes, Daddy."
yeah.
If you're wearing a baklava mask, it does say "Yes, Daddy."
And then this is a little bit tamer, but I think this is a little bit more of what you are speaking of. It's you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that happens to be
Mhm.
one that Mary Lou likes to use. She likes to keep it simple.
Yes, I do. But it's not. I'm not the one wearing it though.
I have one like that also.
Oh my God. That's your sleeping mask. Ah,
There,
there you go.
I will do the live stream like this for the rest of the.
With your little flamingo. Can you see? Can you see me now? Oh my God.
So yes, so those are like your basic masks, and that is those two masks are the typical, like I would call these like starter masks for
Hmm.
people that are just kind of delving into a little bit of BDSM play. Very very common. People will use things like ties or art socks, other articles of clothing that can be
Hmm.
used, that can be tied around the eyes.
Yeah.
Um,
Little blindfolds per se.
yeah, blindfolds, yes. And so easy way to sort of play around with BDSM. Um, I've had people ask, what's the point of the mask? And we have five senses, and inherently what happens when you take away one of those senses or multiple of those senses, your
Mhm.
other available senses become more heightened. And so things like hearing what's going on. I notice for me when I have a mask on during play, um, I can hear things more intently. The There's less anticipation for what's going to be happening, so that the touch part of that
Mhm.
becomes heightened, and all of the other senses just in general, well, not taste necessarily, but smells.
Mhm.
Do I smell maybe some leather in the background? So
Mhm.
that's part of the reason for the masks. um, do you have any thoughts on what happens when people are wearing masks?
Um, I think for some people too, it's not just those senses. Touch, um, obviously,
Smell,
your
taste.
hearing, taste, smell. Um, but it also, for some people, allows them to take themselves out of the equation at that moment. They become a little bit more vulnerable. You know, um, it's kind of like no one knows what's going on underneath this mask.
Mm,
So the fears and or the anxieties that normally would be out there when people are playing a particular scene, it's like you put that mask on and you're literally giving the other person the power at that moment,
mhm.
to take you away into a new experience.
As you were saying that, it reminded me. I think I was having a conversation with somebody about this some
Hmm.
time ago, and one of the things they said was that um, we all have sort of input capacities. Um, if you've ever been in a place that's really busy or there's a lot going on, people can get overwhelmed with that.
Right.
It becomes too much input. And so sometimes when you take away an input like sight, it actually helps to um, calm things a bit. There's one less input, or there's one less amount of information that's coming in, or less information that's coming in.
Hmm.
So it changes the whole entire dynamic. So I've
Yeah.
heard that before also.
Hmm.
What else?
Well, I was going to say, what's your next mask?
Well, okay, so I'm going to. So this next mask, I'm actually going to put it on because I can still see and talk in it. So this is just a simple latex mask, and you can get this on Amazon. You can get it with or without eye holes. You can get it with or without mouth holes. Some of them have little nose holes, but I can hear, I can see, um, but it gives a little bit of anonymity.
Hmm.
So this is something good that you can wear to the club on a kink night if you're maybe a little concerned about people seeing who you are.
Hmm.
Um, so Elizabeth says that the loss of input provides more focus. I
Hmm.
would agree.
Yeah. And
So
even though, like you said, you can still hear, it's somewhat muffled
yeah, slightly like,
slightly, so that it.
and it's tighter on my head. So there's that touch aspect of it. And it's squeezing my head a little bit. So
Hmm. It's giving you a little bit of a head swaddle.
yes. So, and these are also good for beginners as well because
Hmm.
you can play around with the different styles of mask. And as you saw, how quickly I could take it off and put it
Hmm.
on. So,
Yeah.
for those people who are a little nervous about using things like that, um, I think these are good. Those are really good starters.
Hmm.
Um, so, what about you, Mary Lou?
I showed mine. You have the
That's
rest.
it? That's all
I,
you got there?
that's all I have here. You have the rest.
Okay, so this one I'm not going to put on, or at least I don't think I will. Let me see if I can at least slip it on. So let me show you what it is first. So this is a late excuse me,
Latex.
a latex mask. Now this one in particular does not have eye holes. It only has a mouth hole. But let me see if I can put it on. Now this has a zipper in the back, and the interesting part about this is that this really does muffle. And once it's zipped up, it really tightens up around your face.
Mm-hmm.
So the latex masks are, I think, that next sort of step up with a mask. And
Mm-hmm.
even as we're talking, I really can't see very well. I can't see obviously the camera, but yeah, this has a little zipper in the back, and I'm not gonna. Maybe I will here.
Watch. Well, when you had long hair, it would always get
Yeah.
stuck in your hair.
So this is completely zipped up.
Uh huh.
Anyway, latex mask.
Yeah. But it
Um,
also, like we said with the earlier ones, the heightened feeling of touch with that is, I
yeah.
mean, it's at a whole different level because of the latex and because it is, once you zip it up, it really does kind of like suction your head in in a weird way.
Well, yeah, things are very much muffled there, and even just
Mhm,
me touching it a little bit, there's the sound of the latex, kind of moving on your head a little bit, and then everything's muffled. So it
mhm.
really does change the experience quite a bit in that regard.
Yeah, it's a big ASMR item, especially if you have nails to like put your nails across it as as you're kind of stroking the person and their head. It yeah, it's a big sensory thing. Hey,
Um,
Victor.
what's up, Victor? Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely not putting. I keep saying this, but
And then you do it because you just can't help
so we're still in the latex mask sort of scheme here, but this is an old school gas mask, and this is an actual gas mask. I don't know from where or when, but definitely old school. Let me see. Woo! Can you hear me?
it. Yeah, you're muffled, but we can hear you.
So yeah, this is old school.
It's hot, isn't it?
So this I would say is a bit more advanced. I would not necessarily, these sometimes are used for breath play
Mm-hmm.
because this part unscrews, and when somebody's wearing this mask, you can then put your hand over it. I um, don't necessarily um, talk much about breath play because I don't have a lot of experience in that. But one thing that we explicitly advocate against is actual choking,
Mm-hmm.
taking your hands and wrapping them around somebody's throat and squeezing their throat. The National Coalition for Sexual Freedom advocates strongly against that. There are literal criminal cases against people for having literally killed their partners that way.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see in pornography is acting. That is, they're not joking.
Right.
So, um, Melvin is asking, weren't some of those filters filled with asbestos? That's very possible. I don't know that in this particular case. I would hope that this particular one does not.
I believe the newer ones that are made, obviously, that are made for play, and the ones that are used within the military, the uh, the filtering is more of a carbon base.
Yeah, I don't know much about that. We
Mm-hmm.
just actually some of this stuff was gifted to us. Um, Big Bacchus is wondering whether or not asbestos was initially a part of a healthy, balanced breakfast. So,
Back in the days, in the 50s, sure.
yes. Um, so we're going to jump into something a little more advanced, but still kind of simple. Um, and so this kind of falls back into the whole eye mask, but this is combined with a gag, a ball gag. And I might as well do in keeping with. So this goes on like this. And then it gets strapped in. This one has straps. And so super important when you're playing with masks. And especially those that limit either breathing or talking, things like that. Having a visual safe word, especially when somebody is gagged, is super duper important.
Mm-hmm.
Most commonly, you'll see something like, a vigorous head shake no, or, something with the hands. You can come up with different things. I've heard of things even like holding, a piece of cloth in your hand. So, Bubbles, please do not let this vanilla veneer
Exterior fully.
fool you, because I'm about to reveal my personal favorite mask,
Mm-hmm.
but not quite yet.
No, no. We're gonna make you wait.
But no, so if you're going to experiment with masks and things like that, or things that involve gags, also, these take a lot of conversation
Mm-hmm.
with a partner. Mary Lou and I have been together for a long time, and while we use some of these things occasionally, we still generally have conversation, and we do check-ins throughout. The fantasy in your head is just that, it's a fantasy. And while you can experience things that will touch on aspects of those fantasies, when you're exploring things that have potential hidden risks or dangers, it's important to communicate with your partner before, during, and after each scene. So,
Mm-hmm.
any other thoughts on that, Mary Lou?
Well, you started to mention about, um, as sometimes you need to have a physical item to be your safe space. When you're gagged.
Safe word.
Safe word, yes, but it's not a safe word. It's
Right.
your physical safe.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people, like you said, using a piece of cloth. It's kind of like you're dropping the mic. You're holding on to a handkerchief or an article of clothing as a sign that everything's okay. And when you let go, that's your safe word being put into play. So you want to be something bright, something that's noticeable to your partner. That the minute you drop it, they'll be able to visualize it, see it on the ground, or see the actual action of you dropping it. So
Yeah, agreed on that. So yeah, I mean, pardon me. So yeah, so this weekend, masked mischief. That's a part of this weekend's event.
mm-hmm.
we So we encourage you, if you're going to attend the event, think about putting on some sort of mask. It is October's coming, and might as well be in keeping with that.
Well, whew.
Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat here for a second.
Are you okay?
I am.
Just checking in.
Yes.
Are you okay to continue?
I think I'll be okay. Let me see what I can do here. I'm actually putting in the chat here a little message
Mm-hmm.
for you, Mary Lou.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be going over that shortly. So yes, Bubbles, yes, I am quite the freak. Mary Lou would attest to that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you have a favorite mask?
Uh,
Melvin has apparently done the research and says that it is made of asbestos. Wow.
uh,
That would explain
still,
it.
Because I thought they changed those out. But anyway, um,
Yeah, they probably. I think what he's referring to is that old style gas mask.
yeah,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, they used asbestos for a lot of things.
yeah. I mean, asbestos was in schools and whatever. But
Hmm.
anywho, my favorite one. Oof. We actually have one that is leather. Uh, that's got only the mouth opening. The eyes are padded. So the exterior of the mask, it's where the eye sockets would be, are hard. So
Hmm.
you can actually like tick, tick, tap on it
Hmm.
as a sensory plaything. Um, but it laces up the back.
Hmm.
And the reason I like that one in combo with my squeaker ball gag um, is because of the lacing in the back. I can just as easily grab those laces and use it as a grabbing point to yank, excuse me, the other person's head back as a, uh, type of, you know, punishment
Hmm.
uh,
Interesting.
at times. Uh, but someone gifted me a ball gag and they put in the holes dog toy squeakies. So that one's my favorite.
So, ironically, as Mary Lou was saying that, I told you that I was going to show you what my favorite mask is, and it is, in fact, the leather mask that Mary Lou just described.
Ah.
I don't think I can get this one on, but this one's really interesting because, as I was saying with the latex one, yes, with the latex one, it muffles things. While the leather does it even more because
Hmm.
it's just a bit thicker, it's softer, and it's really interesting. So let me see if I can get this on without too much trouble.
You might have to open it up a bit more.
Yeah, probably. There we go.
Oh yeah, there.
Ah, now my ears go funny in it when you first put it on. You got to kind of
Yeah, it pulls your ears forward, so you have to maneuver
yeah.
the ears for the person
So and
for a
then
good
this gets
fit.
laced up in the back. And this one's actually really nice, and it's the same thing. And when it gets laced up, it gets tighter around the head and all that. So
Hmm.
I think I can just do the show like this for the rest of the time. What do you think?
Sure, if you think you can, you tap your eyes.
Yeah. So here's the padding in these, which is actually really nice. In case you like to get smacked in the face or something. No,
Hmm.
I actually don't advocate for that. Um,
Whew.
anyway, so yes, so these are just some of the masks. There are a tons of different kinds of masks and hoods and things like that. Visit virtually any fetish gear website,
Hmm.
and you'll see. So, but
Hmm.
so yeah, that's my favorite mask. Um, Unfortunately, I won't be wearing any of those during DNC just simply because walking around with your eyes closed or covered like that is not recommended in the club. So
Um,
anyway,
yes. Well, I think you kind of have to talk about this past weekend.
I know I was kind of half kidding about that. I really didn't necessarily want to talk about the events too much, but we did have a contest this past weekend.
Hmm.
We did have two events. We had our fluid event on Friday, which is our first night dedicated more towards people who feel their sexuality is more fluid or their sexual identity. For those who are less about labels and more about just meeting other people or being in the experience with others. And for a first event of its kind, I think we actually did really
Hmm.
well. The people seem to appreciate it. And while Fridays tend to be slower than Saturdays, we did still have a really good turnout for that, and the people really did seem to enjoy the event.
Hmm.
So this past Saturday, was a spy versus spy themed type event called Operation Seduction.
Mm-hmm.
And as a part of that, we asked people to dress up as their favorite spy character, whether
Mm-hmm.
it was 007 or Mission Impossible or Charlie's Angels or
Pink
uh,
Panther.
Pink Panther. Yes. Austin Powers. I mean,
Yeah.
all of those. And we had some really interesting people come in, some really great, some classy outfits, a lot of like
Yes.
classic 007 type gear. And that was really nice. There was one couple, and I think you know who I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
here. She was wearing a black top and a really long, flowy red skirt,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked really sharp that way. It was very striking. So,
Mm-hmm.
those are some really great costumes this past weekend.
Yes.
The thing that we did is if they did dress in
Mm-hmm.
theme or in costume, they actually automatically got enough shop points deposited into their account so that they could attend another event. So they basically got a free event out of uh, just for dressing up and participating in the theme.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Mm.
we did say that there was going to be a staff pick for what we felt was, I hate saying the word best costume because they're all
Original.
maybe not original, just, like this. We really appreciate the time, effort, and energy that was put into it,
Mm-hmm.
the creativity. Um, and this truly was a staff pick. And one of them overwhelmingly was picked by all of the staff. We ordinarily would only do one, but I'm going to be kind of naughty and we're going to give away two.
You like being naughty, though.
I do. I think the more the merrier.
Yeah.
So in this case, um, so Mary Lou, would you like to tell them what they win? No, she doesn't. Uh, it's a free diamond pass. It'll be good for 1 month. Um, who the two names that we announce, we will end up sending them an email tomorrow, letting them know in case they did not watch the live stream tonight.
Mhm.
But if you do happen to be watching and you know who they are, please let them know that they did win. There are two, and their screen names are Curious Couple and Beauty Beast 2017. Those are our two
Ooh.
winners. They both win a free diamond pass, good for 1 month. That gives them unlimited events for the entire month without having any door fees.
That's awesome, though.
It is.
Yeah.
So when we get in touch with them, we'll let them know that they have that available. They can start it in October, November, or December. And yes, that will include the big events. Mary Lou's literally asking me the question as I said it out loud. Yes, it does include Halloween. So, and as I think I said earlier,
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is almost sold out, folks.
Yeah.
Those of you who have been waiting, now is the time to get your tickets. It will likely be sold out by Wednesday.
Okay.
So, and yes, the Diamond Pass does include Halloween. It would include whatever events are in November and also December. If it were me, I would wait until November because I think November's lineup is rock fucking solid.
There you go.
Yes, it does include Halloween, but there's a few less events because of that. So Cam is asking if they can buy diamond passes. The short answer is yes. We actually, for the summer and for the beginning of fall, we did the summer and fall passes. Those were good for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
We offered it. We're likely going to offer it again as a winter pass, but that'll probably be somewhere around November, December.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that gives you unlimited access to all of the shop events. There are no door fees for those events. The price, I think, for the last fall pass was about $550 per couple. But again, that's unlimited events. All right, Sean, congratulations. Yes. Well, we're really grateful for those of you who dressed up. It really means a lot. We like that. It helps to make the events more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Lou, I wanted to touch on this. Mary Lou spent an enormous amount of time, effort, and energy putting together all of the spy mission and dossiers for everybody. Uh, Despite the fact that the print was so tiny, I watched Mary Lou trying to read one to somebody, and she's like, I can't see.
Well, it was okay. It really did not take me that long. The issue was that um, it didn't matter how big I tried to make the lettering.
Mm-hmm.
The template wouldn't allow it.
uh,
So, but then I was thinking, well, wait a minute. They're all supposed to be spies. They're all supposed to like look at this little piece of paper and be like, okay,
well, then we should
my
have brought
mission
a
is blah
magnifying
blah
glass.
blah 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 blah, blah and, and eat it or whatever.
Mary Lou was really getting into the spy thing.
Right? I'm like, you're supposed to read it, not everyone.
I love how Buster's just sitting there next to you watching.
Oh yeah, he was sitting like where you couldn't see him
Hey,
before.
Buster.
He's like, who's calling me? Look at him.
It's like, I hear Dad.
Oh, now he's going up to the screen to look at you. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So that was this past weekend's Operation Seduction. So yeah, we're
Yes.
really happy with the turnout with that, and I think it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate you putting all those little dossiers together for everybody. Speaking of that,
Yes.
do you, I think we should talk about at least our other event this coming weekend.
We do have karaoke.
Sing and swing, folks. Sing and swing.
Yes. And that one's always, I always think it's a lot of fun. Because there are some people that, you look at them and they're like, yeah, they're gonna get up there and it's gonna be like, and then they start belting out this song and you're like, oh my God. There's been a few times where I've gone up to some couples and been like, you guys were in the theater, weren't you? Or you guys did this. And they're like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, okay, got it. Because there's no way you sang that song. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's a play event. A lot of people think of the sing and swing event as just being karaoke, but
Right.
the playroom areas are open, which is another reason why I think this event is fun because people will come in, go straight to our DJ and request their songs and then like get their songs in, and then it's like, okay, now I can go in the back, have some fun, some other type of fun. And then they come right back out and it's like, okay, let me get my other songs on the list.
I would say that they're going in the back to make beautiful music together.
Okay.
And sometimes it's, a duet, and sometimes it's a full orchestra.
That is true. That is true.
So yes, the Sing and Swing is the first Friday of every month. We've got that booked, I think, through the rest of the year like that,
Yes,
correct?
we
Yeah.
do.
So the first Friday of every month is Sing and Swing, our version of karaoke night. So
yes, and
bring your pipes.
Yes, and it can be karaoke as well.
Yeah, if you're for those who are a little more adventurous, want to bear a little while they belt it out.
There you go. That's it. So that is DJ Hooch.
DJ Hooch.
That comes
I
in.
can't hear that without thinking of the movie Turner and Hooch with,
I know.
Hooch with Tom Hanks.
Yes. That is DJ Hooch on Friday for our karaoke night, sing and swing.
Couple other things I just want to mention really quick. So we are moving into October. October 1st is Wednesday. Sing and Swing on Friday. Deviancy Masked Mischief on Saturday. Also, I want to bring up a couple other things since October's coming in. I want to excuse me, touch on the rest of our events. Friday, October 10th is the emo dance party. I think this is our third or fourth time doing
Mhm.
it. This is one of our bigger Friday events.
Mhm.
Surprisingly, I fought this for years.
I did.
Ed Gelsomino. Saturday, October 11th is member appreciation. But we're also early. We're going to the Hump Film Festival at the Parkway Theater. That
Mhm.
starts at 6 o'clock. I think there might be some tickets left still for it. I really don't know.
In fact, there are some tickets left for Saturday.
Okay.
As we got an email this morning from Aaron from the Parkway Theater.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
yeah, so he's definitely aware that we're kind of doing a meet and greet before the first screening, and then
Yes.
of course everyone is invited. Those that are members back to the club at 9.
Yes.
Mhm.
As usual, Rope Bite will be the second Sunday of the month on October
Mhm.
12th. Friday, October 17th, that's the third Friday of the month. We always do Freaky Friday.
Mhm.
We will be closed 3 nights this month. So please be aware of that. We'll be closed Saturday, October 18th. That's the Saturday before our Halloween party.
Mhm.
We're closed for a private event. That's the Woodland Meets. And then because of Halloween, we will be closed on Friday, October 24th. Or I should say, because of our Halloween party. So, and then actual Halloween is Friday, October 31st. We will again be closed. So,
Mhm.
limited a limited number of events this October, but what's on the schedule is really very impactful.
Yes, very much so.
Uh,
Mhm.
you have on Sunday, November 2nd, the Freaky Flea Market.
Yep.
Uh, we may be rebranding that, maybe.
Yes, for the new year, we
Okay,
will
for
be.
the new year. Got it.
Mhm.
And then Sunday, November 16th is the massage class. Do you have any tickets left for that?
I have 3 tickets left.
3 tickets left for the massage class.
Mhm.
Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
All right, I think that was it. Oh, I completely and utterly forgot to mention this. Mary Lou and I are leaving on Friday for hedonism in Jamaica. Uh, we are going to be working at the event with
Mhm.
in coordination with Tom's Trips and by week, or excuse me, for by week
Mhm.
at Hedonism. Our friend Ricky from buy-events.com, also dualdesires.com, is the promoter for this event, and so um, we'll be there working.
Yeah,
Terrible place to work, folks.
I know.
So Mary Lou asked me to touch on one more thing. I just wanted to briefly, um, earlier today on the news feed on the website, and for those of you who are not members yet, the club has sort of its own internal Facebook feed, and it's primarily for people to get to know each other, maybe share some photos and videos. But by and large, it's really a place for people, kind of a central gathering place for people to introduce themselves or say hi or celebrate something, anniversaries, birthdays, so on and so forth.
Mhm.
Um, and the subject came up today about um, somebody had mentioned that they were a little frustrated because they were on the website, and because there's internal messaging and that you can contact other members and make connections that way.
Mhm.
And they seemed frustrated because to them, it appeared like a bunch of people were either disinterested or would flake out. They would say they were interested and flake out and not connect. And so then this discussion sort of went back and forth. And I want people to understand something about the club specifically and the website. We are a brick and mortar club. We exist
Mhm.
as a place for people to meet in real life. There are an enormous number of apps out there already, websites, for you to engage with people online or to try and hook up with online. And to join this club with the expectation that you're just going to meet people online and have them come to your house or you go to their house and meet outside of the club all the time, you are setting yourself up for failure. frustration, and aggravation. We are an in-person club. If you're a member, we certainly don't expect you to attend all the time, or even if you ever do. But if you are here merely to just come here and try and hook up or hook up online, you're going to be disappointed.
Mhm.
This is a community of people. Use the news feed, use the messaging to get to know somebody, and use the club as a meeting place. It's a place where you can, if it doesn't work out, great. You've got 100, 200 other people to potentially hang out with and talk to and connect with. But
Mhm.
if you meet out somewhere and it doesn't work out, then it's awkward and weird, and could even go terribly wrong. And that's not to say that you shouldn't. I mean, there are plenty of apps out there,
Mhm.
Grinder and um, Field and Open, and things like Cassidy.com, and
SLS.
so
Mhm.
yeah, SLS, all of those places, Tinder, those are hookup apps, and if that's what you're looking for, go to those. Come to the shop for something more than just hooking up,
Mhm.
because there are some really fucking cool people that come to this space that I personally enjoy seeing on a regular basis, not hooking up with, seeing, talking to, being around, because they're
Mhm.
really just wonderful, wonderful people. So if that's what you're looking for, visit bodyshoppittsburgh.com, click the apply now button, and become a member of the shop.
Mhm.
Um, we are something for everybody. If you are sex positive, if you are open minded, if you are inclusive, if you are accepting of other people, even though they may not be into the same things as you, then this is the place for you.
Mhm.
If you only want to be around kinky people, then just go to a place that only has that. If you only want to be around swingers, then go to a place that has just that. If you only want to be around gay people, then go to a place that has just that. But if you want to be in a place where there's a bunch of cool people that have a bunch of different interests and just like being and having a good time, this is the place for you. Cam just asked if the club ever has a speed dating event to help break the ice, so to speak.
Mhm.
We have done that. We've done it. um, it's the icebreaker things are really interesting, and I know that people have difficulty making the approach. Um, Everyone's concerned with, well, what happens if they say no? Great, then what they weren't meant for you.
Mhm.
Um, but if you don't ever make the approach, the answer's still no. I like to answer all of the questions of, well, what if this and what if that? Well, if you're going to waste the energy on a what if it's the best experience you have ever had and will ever have in your life? Make the approach, ask the question, say the thing that you want, and wait and see what happens.
Mhm.
So, anyway, we're a little over time.
Okay. And I just want to add to like what you said.
Mm-hmm.
We have always been an inclusive, sex positive nightclub. And what I mean by that, and what we've always meant by that, is that it's not just E&M, C&M, swingers, LGBTQIA plus, kinksters, uh, riggers, however you want to label yourself. It's always been
Ollie,
an inclusive,
NB.
an envy. Yes, it's always been an open space for sex positive.
Yes. So,
Okay.
anyway, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I started earlier, if you're interested in joining the club, you can visit bodyshoppittsburgh.com, click the Apply Now button, fill out your application, watch your CAP video, which is our consent video. You'll age verify. It is required in dozens of states now, and so we do age verification before we give you access to the website and or the club. Once you're approved, you'll be able to activate your membership. And as we were talking earlier about connecting with people online, you'll be able to send messages, view other profiles, interact on the news feed, and get to know other members who come to the club on a regular basis. As some of you may know or may not know, Mary Lou is a board certified sexologist, and she is available for one-on-one consultations, coaching. I should say not consultation, but one-on-one coaching. She does work with individuals and couples and thruples and more. Oh my. But Mary Lou does specialize in ethical non-monogamy, polyamorous relationships, kinky dynamics, and she has not just experience professionally as a sexologist and as a club owner, but also personally as my partner, as Bubbles alluded to earlier, saying that I'm a little kinkier than I let on to be. So, anything else you wanted to add before we skedaddle out of here, Mary Lou?
No, I think we are good.
All right, good deal. All right, well, I am going to hit the get out of jail free card button here. If we do not see you this weekend, actually, you will not see Mary Lou and I this weekend at the club. We will be in Jamaica, leaving Friday. And we will be back here. I don't know. Will we be back here next Monday since we'll be in Jamaica?
Well, we might be able to put something together over the weekend.
Okay. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll see you guys next Monday.
Yeah.
But I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope that you get everything that you wish and ask for.
Thank you.
Okay, good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Certified free, 7 days a week. That wet ass pussy good. My pull-out game weak. Ooh, yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. I'ma bring a bucket and a mop, darling. Give you everything I got. I'm falling. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Beat it up, get your charge, extra large and extra hard. Put your pussy in my face, swipe my nose like a credit card. I'm gon' tell you wanna ride, do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in your mouth, girl, while you looking in my eyes. Your pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive. I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's role play, I'll wear disguise. I'ma park my Mack truck in your garage. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Pussy. Gobble me, swallow me, drip it down inside of me. I gotta jump out before it gets inside of you. Tell me where to put it, but don't tell what you about to do. Talk your shit, baby, bite your lip, girl. Ask for a car while you riding that dick. Oh, I'm gon' tell you wanna ride. Do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in your mouth, girl, while you looking in my eyes. Your pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive. I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's role play, I'll wear disguise. I'ma park my